Check out the chickie babies. They're getting big. They need a new home. We're gonna build some chicken tractors, y'all.
Hey, welcome back to Two Old Crows Homestead.
It's Randy and Shelly, and today we are going to build a couple
Chicken tractors.
Our growing raptors in the house. They're getting big and kind of too big for the brooder. So we're hoping that this is the last cold weekend that we have. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but it's time to get them outside. So we've decided, after looking at several different, what?
Down there being nosy.
God, they're so massive. The pigs are down there wanting to know what's up. They see Pappy up here on the porch and they're like, are you bringing food out? Even though he just brought food out for them. After looking at several different options for chicken tractors, we found one that we liked on YouTube. It was a channel called Square Country Homestead, I believe, and I'll put a link down below to his video. But we're gonna make two chicken tractors out of PVC pipe. And
It's gonna be the hoops.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hoop style. So what we have here is 6 3-inch pipes. And those are the kind, they're not the ones that are, what am I trying to say? They're not the ones that are for high pressure. These are the ones that are like drain pipes. They don't cost as much as the other kind. The other kind are actually almost double. Those were about $12.50 a piece. And then I have 18 1-inch. That is not right. Half inch. Is that right? Seriously, it's half inch? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, and then we have 18 half-inch pipes that are 10 feet long. Those are that's enough to build 2. So, and then we have the elbows. Each one of them needs 4 elbows, so we have 8. And then we have these little half-inch elbows for the door. Each one needs 2, so we have 4 of those. We have glue and primer. We have sheet metal screws, and then we have hardware cloth. This is actually, we had the hardware cloth already because we bought a couple rolls of this when we first moved, actually before we moved out here on the farm, because we were going to totally fence in or enclose our chicken run, but then we decided not to, so we have 2 of these, 2 big rolls of these, so we're going to utilize those for these chicken tractors. Okay, the actual tractors are going to be 10 by 5 feet, so that'll be about 50 square feet per tractor. So we're going to start by cutting one of the PVC pipes in half, and this will be the short end of one of the tractors, both ends. This doesn't go in here.
Yeah, 'cause that end.
What do we do? Okay, so it's the next day. We barely got started with the chicken tractors when we ran into an issue. So we had an issue with our pipes. Our 3-inch pipes are actually kind of, I don't even know what you call this, flanged or something at one end, so they're wider. This And I'm sure that lots of people knew that. Hold on a minute. And I'm sure that that's like a common thing, but when I went and bought these, I did not realize that that happened. I thought I had bought everything I needed, but I did not. So the 3-inch elbow to go on that fits perfect. I mean, it doesn't fit at all. It's the same size as the widened part at this end. So Randy actually went back to Lowe's to see if he could find like a fitting or something, some little plastic piece or PVC piece that would go inside this and this could fit on, and they didn't have any. So he came up with the idea for us to cut this end off and then just turn it around and glue it over here, and then the end of this will fit onto the end of this. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, so now we have the bottom frame laid out, and we're going to take these elbows apart and glue the bottom frame all together. Good job. All right, so the whole frame is glued together. And now I'm going to drill holes down each side to put the 1/2-inch PVC pipe in with this drill bit right here. It's a 7/8 inch paddle bit. So we'll see how this goes. That was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Now how are you going to get the circle out?
Oh, I don't care.
Oh.
I don't like that that's breaking. I'm finding if you go slow, there's less risk of it breaking. You can turn it off. All right, so we have the holes drilled and the hoops are up. However, we ran into a little bit of an issue. These elbows are made out of different material than the pipe is. It's a little bit harder. So they were harder to drill in, and on this corner we have that. And I really don't think that we can fix that. So I'm probably going to make that part the back of it. And when we put the hardware cloth over the hoops and secure them to this, I'm hoping it'll just reinforce that so we won't have any problems out of it. We'll see. But doesn't have the hardware cloth on it yet, but this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so the first piece of hardware cloth is on here. Our roll of hardware cloth, I can't even talk. Our roll of hardware cloth is 48 inches long, or tall, whatever, wide. So I kind of made sure that I spaced those PVC pipes to where it would end on the hardware cloth. And then I cut them 10 feet long, the piece of hardware cloth, because that's how long these 1/2-inch PVC pipes are. And then we're going to screw them into the 3-inch pipe at the bottom. Hold on a minute, I'll show you what kind we got. And these are the screws that we're going to be using with these washers on them. They're self-drilling. So Crystal has finished putting the zip ties on the inside. And yeah, her new home. And socks is over there being socks. So anyway, okay. So we have 4. Well, we have to go along the side. Where are we at? We have to go along right here and screw the hardware cloth down on the edges. But we've got all of the 1/2-inch pipe in. We've got all the hardware cloth over it. That ended up being 3 links of 10 foot of hardware cloth to cover that whole thing. You probably wouldn't need that much because that last length we didn't cut it down. We only needed about 25 inches instead of 4 foot, but we just overlapped it. What are you doing, Coop? What are you doing? I don't want to play. I'm trying to make a video, dude. Come on. I don't want to play. So the next part is sealing in. Watch out, dude. Sealing in the back here. And then we're going to make a door for the front. So that's where we're at right now. It's coming right along. All right. So we have taken hardware cloth and enclosed the back side of this with zip ties around the top and bolts down at the bottom. And Jessica's actually going around and just bending that fencing over with a tool that's not a hammer.
Sorry.
But hey, it works. That's just so we don't get scraped up or whatever. But this is going to be the back side of the chicken tractor. Okay, so we basically have this finished. This is one of 2. And but there's some things that I'm not real sure about with this. So first of all, the plans that we followed, everything was zip tied, and I don't know how I feel about zip ties. I kind of almost wonder if it wouldn't be better to get some thin wire and like just sew around this kind of thing. This needs to be fixed here, wrapped around somehow, because this is kind of painful when you hit it. The bottom that is supposed to be zip tied as like a hinge to open the door, I don't think those are going to hold up very well. And I don't know, because this is going to have to be open daily to feed them. So I'm just not real sure about that part of it. I think I'm going to have to find something. I think I'm going to have to find something else to make kind of a hinge for this to be able to open it. But I love the design of it. I mean, I love, we've still got to put a couple holes with a rope that we can drag it around, but I love that it's not super heavy, and I think that the PVC pipes are gonna like just glide along the ground very easily to make it easy to pull. I think that it looks good. I'm hoping that it's going to be durable. I'm not sure how well PVC will hold up in the sun. It may not. We may be building something completely different next year. I have no idea. But, you know, if you just sit and think about it and think about it and think about it and try to figure out the best way, you've got analysis paralysis. And if you're me, you don't get anything done. So we did it. And this is what we got. And this is what our meat birds are going to be raised in, this first batch that we have. So right now they're still kind of small. So we're gonna, it's too cold to put them outside. Now I'm gonna back up. I've got a tarp up there on the deck that we're gonna put over the top of it. I don't think that I'm gonna enclose the back. I think I'm just gonna put the tarp like over a section of it, like right here, and leave the back open, because I kind of feel like if I enclose the back, we've been having some really windy days, And I can totally see the wind picking this up. And then, God, if it fell down on the birds and crushed them, or they get out or whatever, that'd be bad. So I don't think that I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna put a tarp over a section of it. So yeah, that's where we're at. We've been doing a lot of projects around the homestead and getting things in order. My grandbabies have been over here cleaning up the backyard because it was kind of a mess, and getting it ready for a big Easter egg hunt. So, and we finally got our rabbits outside. I'm gonna show you a little clip about them right now. Okay, so we have our two bucks. Oh, that's funny. We have our 2 bucks in the I'm throwing myself off. We have our 2 bucks out here in the rabbit cages, the outside rabbit cages. So they're out here. So we've got our rabbits out here in the outside cages. I think they really like it. I'm pretty sure that this guy really likes it because this guy bit this guy on the ear. That makes me kind of aggravated. So the bully over here, let me have that. So the bully over here, this is Roger Rabbit. That's what our grandbabies, I think the thing's focusing on the, there we go. That's Roger. This is what our grandbabies wanted to name him. And then this one is Peter. And you can see a little piece out of his ear. They were in a hutch together in our garage. And that was not a good idea, apparently. So we got them out here. And the chickens, they were all lined up. I've got a short video I'll put at the end of this so you can see their reaction to the rabbits when they first came out here. I have the frames built to put 2 more of these along the back side of the garage for when we get our does. But for right now, this is what we got. You gotta be nice, Roger. You can't be a jerk. Nobody likes a jerk. Okay? So the rabbits are in their outdoor cages. See them? And all of the birds are like, what in the world is that? The guineas are tripping. All the chickens are lined up looking at them. The guineas are cracking me up.